Welcome to the Hey We're Friends podcast. This is episode 43, being recorded January 17th, 2019. I'm your co-host, Spanky.
I really didn't like that one. I think we should,
Fuck
go
you!
back.
It's sticking! Not cutting this one out. Introduce yourselves.
I am Jake, or Jacob, the usual.
And I'm not.
I'm Taran. I'm back after, what, 2? Is that 2 years or a year
Oh,
and a half?
we gotta start over. I don't know. It's been a couple years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
There he is.
I'm Matt. Hi. I was here last time. I have nothing.
Yeah.
I have no like. I'm coming back after a long time. Everybody be happy for me.
He's
It's
so
just
brave.
Like,
No. He's just like, I've been here the whole time.
And whenever I return, it's like Gandalf. I have no memory of this place.
Oh, man. Look, it's us, guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're back together.
Yeah, we're guys.
I was about to say, I can't doubt that we are, guys.
Probably for just like one
La-
night only.
Last I checked, it was there. Yeah.
But holy shit, man. Guys, it's been 2 years since the last podcast with all four of us on it.
Really?
It has.
Huh.
Considering the previous podcast we recorded was the Packed House episode, but the episode before that, in October of 16, was Casey and Anna. I don't even remember the episode before that, but I have to imagine it was probably around that time,
Yeah.
October or like August.
Somewhere in that.
It was before November because Verena was born November.
Yeah. And we were talking about how you're still going to be an expecting father.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So probably like September.
Segue.
Yeah, I'd say about September.
September since the last time all four of us were here. Wow.
Damn.
So, you have a lot to catch up on. Fuck.
So tell us about your daughter. I don't mean to say that weird.
That sounds very creepy, actually.
Do any of you guys know the name? Know the number for Chris Hansen by chance?
He got arrested.
I have no one to run to.
Yes.
Wait, he got arrested for writing blank checks.
Yep. Right. All of his checks started bouncing, and yeah, he got arrested for that.
Yep.
The How to Catch a Predator guy got arrested. That when I read that story earlier today, I'm like, we've finally come full circle.
How to catch an editor to go to how to be an auditor.
Couldn't catch them all. All right. What was that about?
I have no idea.
Just-
We had asked him
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
your
how's the
daughter.
daughter?
Well, Verena's a whole 2 years old.
she wasn't even
She
born
peed in
yet.
the bed yesterday, and I got kind of mad about it, but I couldn't blame her because I felt kind of doing the same.
I did it too.
A little later, a little earlier that day. She knows how to say many words, and she also knows how to throw things directly at me. She's a very good throw, by the way.
So what you're saying is she's gonna be a quarterback.
No, a pitcher.
Oh well. What the fuck was that face?
And then he just blanked on everything.
I'm scared most of the time, really, because it's like my
You
daughter
live in
can kill me
fear.
at any moment. Either her throwing something very dangerous at me or, stepping on my face during I sleep.
Just like one day in your life, you know that like the fear is there of her just coming to like take over.
Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and she's laying over me going, ha 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 ha.
You know how kids like draw on the wall?
She does.
Yeah, like she like orchestrated your death on the wall. I mean, you can't tell, but she
It's
understands
it's
just
her
looks like
own.
scribbling
It's
in
her
her
translated
language.
diagram onto
Yeah.
the wall of my death
the
plan.
plan.
It's like the Tom and Jerry blueprint, or like the cat and mouse game.
I do believe we need an exorcism.
I need more than an exorcism. I need a daycare. Or
What like a daycare full
what's
of
the
nuns?
what is how there's hitmen? Is there like is there like a hitman that goes through withdrawal symptoms, so you have to hire somebody for him to take out just to get rid of that?
I thought that was going to go in a completely different direction.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
I thought you were going to say, is there a
Like a
hitman for
relapse?
babies?
Is there a baby hitman?
Like an actual Wait, are you saying baby? Like the hitman is a baby?
Well, I guess
hit
in the sense
baby?
of it being with a baby, it'd be more like a hitman that's coming to secretly babysit your child.
Well, a hit baby.
That would be like Boss Baby, but
Yeah.
in a very,
See,
very
that's
dark
what I
way.
was thinking was Boss Baby, but like
Don't you get
The
me
Hitman.
started on Boss Baby.
Don't you
I've
get
seen that
me
movie
started.
equally as much as I've seen Moana, and that's like 500
Movies, by the way, and a show.
The show I've watched almost as much as the movie. Well, she
Never
doesn't like
seen
the show Boss Baby as much.
You have to like slowly get her into like things you do enjoy. That way, whenever she becomes like obsessed with one thing and watches it like 20 times a day,
It's something you can also enjoy.
See, I've heard that some babies have a problem with finding interests. Mine does not. Mine, anything that I'm doing, she wants it.
I think my brother-in-law did that exact thing with my niece and godchild. Because I went over like a few months ago, and the entire family just sitting in front of the couch just watching Dragon Ball Z.
This is Goku. This is the savior.
Yeah, like Megan, my sister's just cooking in the kitchen, and I just hear Carmen, my godchild, just screaming like, "Fucking what's Maseko Ha?
Maseko
Gohan's attack!"
because they like Gohan.
Yeah, it was the Namekian saga when I went to see.
One day it's gonna be the perfect episode, and they're just gonna see their child in the living room with their arms up in the air, yelling, "Take my power, Goku!"
Oh, it was adorable. You gotta condition them young, and that's how it is.
You gotta make them believe that they can Kamehameha just by belief.
No, that one scene like right after the South Saga when Gohan's in high school and he's teaching Vidal how to like channel her energy,
How to fly and everything.
Yeah, and then like me, like as a fucking like 8-year-old
You're
sitting in
trying
front
to
of
do
the
the same
TV,
thing.
holding my hands together, just straining so hard.
I was about to say my brothers actually, my two oldest brothers did the exact same. They actually believed they could, so they trained for like a
Oh
good
my
2
God.
months.
I had a
They
moment.
were
I had
like
a
10.
I had a similar moment. It wasn't like learning how to fly though, but I was angry at my brother. And
Were you yelling and trying to go Super Saiyan?
Yes. Absolutely. I genuinely the thing that made it the best was the fact that I was furious. I was actually furious, and I actually believed I could do it.
It's gonna happen, and you're gonna rue the day.
I will be the one.
There's
I'm the
static
chosen one.
crackling around his arms. His eyes are blinking blue.
Just ascend right past one. Go
Yeah,
right
there's
to
static
2.
crackling around his arms. Turns out it's just somebody crinkling like tinfoil.
He pops a vein in his biceps. Oh god!
Yeah, so Marina's 2, and her birthday is in November, so she just turned 2. So you're.
I was being
we
really
just-
tired the other day. And I was like, man, how many months after was she born? It's like 2 years. What is it? January? What's that? 2 months? A month and a half? Then I didn't believe myself, so I had to do the math in my head. Okay,
So
24 months. That's 2 years plus 2.
so let me guess. That was then followed by how much? Like 16 more years of this shit.
But it's like that for the history of the podcast. We skipped like the entirety of her infancy, and like,
here I made
just now she's like toddler. She's 2.
And here I
For that.
I edited that picture where it had 3 men and a baby.
There's a lot of people. Like I've heard like online through parents, like even my sister would agree with this. Like there's something about kids turning 2, like the terrible.
The
twos.
terrible two. Yeah, two.
That was
they're
like
just
terrible
awful.
one. But I
think
mean,
it's-
it's my child. I
it's
could not
because,
expect any less.
Most kids at that age are coming into their selves. Like they're finally realizing that they're their own person for the first time.
She's finally realizing that the word "no" has a
Exactly.
far more
That's what I was.
meaning
That's
than-
what I
than
was
it had
just gonna
before.
say. Like and it's not even that they understand what them saying no means. It's just that they know they can, so they will.
Well, at first it started with like her, like that would be the only thing she would say. She would only say, it's like Chucky in the Rugrats movie where his first word was no, and that's the only thing he could say. So it could be interpreted as a yes. That lasted for like 2 weeks, and then she realized what no really meant whenever I told her, Varina, come on, we need to go to bed. And she's in the other half of the room, just turns to me and yells, no! And I'm like, it's gotten to the point where I've actually had to tell her, don't tell me no, or don't talk back to me and all that. And she understands that because she stands there like, ooh, like with like a deer caught in the headlights face. She has more attitude than me, which it says too much, kinda. Because
So like none of that could be like Maddie. Like it's all just you. It's your
yeah,
attitude.
I mean, maybe her easy, quick fuse attitude, like the small attitude would be Mad's, where it would be like, well, what? I can't really come up with a thing for it right now. And it's hard to discern mine and her attitude whenever it comes to Verena, because you have a lot of smart ass from me, and you have like those small corny jokes from Mads, basically.
So like dad jokes.
Only one person in the house can do the dad jokes, and that's me.
That was
Well,
There's like mom jokes, but it's like
did they just not hit the right spot for
basic. That's what she said.
you? You scum.
It's like
we had to pin something on it, right?
it's hard to explain how like you have dad jokes and they hit a certain spot. They have like a certain
Scratch
context.
the right itch.
There's a context behind the dad jokes that a mom jokes has to have a separate context behind it. But it's not like the sexist jokes of doing laundry and doing the dishes and all that. It's like it's basically like the it's not the smartass or the it's God, it's hard to explain.
Waving that hand.
It's I have to have the Italian hand with it. It's hard to
He's like
somebody help me.
reverse Salt Bae.
Help me try to form a sentence or something.
I don't know what you're
Spicy
getting
meatballs.
at.
It's hard being the only dad, guys.
Yeah.
I can't relate.
Neither can I.
I can.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Daddy.
I can
Looked at
relate
me with
insofar
squints.
as I am Spanky's father.
Oh yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
true.
Uh,
That's in the Spank and J canon.
I don't think I'll ever probably be able to relate. So
Oh hey,
what?
Hi.
we can. Adopt.
I don't like kids.
Me neither.
Like
But we can adopt like maybe like a 10-year-old that would
Like,
just
I'm the
skip
type of
kid-
person-
Kid part.
skip
like
kid
I'm the
phase.
type of person that if I see your kid in the supermarket, I want to punt it.
Wait, just cause it's there?
Wow.
Yeah.
I would only go to
Like-
that extreme.
like, don't
if,
get
Do
me
you
like,
wrong.
they
remember,
were
do you remember
annoying.
that thing that Logan Paul said that one time? I think it was either Logan or Jake, and he's like, I'm not a sociopath. I just have sociopathic tendencies.
Look. I'll openly say I am probably a sociopath or a psychopath to some degree, because I've got that voice in the back of my head. And if you don't have the voice in the back of your head, you're probably fucking crazy.
It's called impulse control.
Yeah, but I don't do it. Have I ever punted a baby?
I don't know now.
Am I?
Not
Okay,
now.
better
I
question.
doubt it.
Am I in jail?
Maybe you didn't get caught.
Walmart cameras do not have high resolution.
I've never punted a baby.
Yeah,
But-
for all we know, it could have
As
been
far
Luke.
as
I
we
have
know.
thought
Like
about
Linus
it
Tech
every
Tips
time
that
I've
kicked
seen
that
a baby.
Man in Daredevil shirt kicks baby.
I don't like kids. They're loud. They're obnoxious.
But what if they're not
fucking
being loud and
gross.
obnoxious or gross? What if
They're
it's just a
all
kid?
that way.
I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare.
That's what you play whenever they're flying in slow motion after being kicked
Like-
by Matt.
Now keep in
And it's this
mind.
perspective of the next kid, like it's fucking Anakin doing.
Well,
like,
I mean,
Order
keep in mind-
66.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I'm not like in a relationship at the time where like I would want to have children with somebody. So like right now I can firmly say I don't want fucking kids, and if I have kids, I'm not gonna be happy about that.
If I had
Whatsoever.
kids, I would rather them not be fucking kids, you know?
Yeah.
Just like a regular
Yeah,
kid.
generally.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. Like that shit might change later if I love her. You know.
Yep.
Let me
But-
put a baby in you.
I think
Yeah.
Clinton needs to get to that realization as well.
What?
Yeah.
I don't like kids.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Spanky, some
what-
days
it's been a while since you were in a relationship, but like things change.
some
about
days
it
you
this
have to some days you have to just give in and decide that you need to be a surrogate.
Join
not,
us.
not have your own.
That's what he said.
You know.
Being recruited into fatherhood.
There's two ways of looking at it. Right, biologically speaking, most human beings to some extent want to be entwined in the web of life, right? And for some people that's adopting. For other people, it's having children. Now, not everyone's like that, but most. And a lot of people don't feel that until they're in a relationship with somebody they can see themselves with long term, right? And then the other way of looking at it is, you know, as a guy, there's gotta be a situation where you're just like, man, this feels too good. I'm not pulling out.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
In line, right there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No.
It's
like-
not really a silver lining. It's a little creamier than that.
Good one.
Quality content. 2019. Here we come.
We're coming out swinging.
Oh, it's
Coming all over the place.
We're not coming out.
Here we come.
With a U.
like you had to specify it.
Ew, cumin.
It has to hit. You in the
Wait.
The
face.
right spot.
I just lost track of the conversation.
It's okay.
But like you get the point I was trying to make. The first one at least.
So guys, I've been meaning to ask. It's been a long while. Has anybody found the G spot yet?
I mean, we've been marking it down,
Yeah,
as we've
yeah.
gone, and
It's
we haven't really.
Well, you go-
It's not that we don't know where it is. It's that we know where it's not.
Yeah.
We found a lot of
It's
spots.
like one
where
of
it
those
wasn't.
maps that like you just gotta grid it out yourselves.
You ever seen the movie Epic?
See,
You seen the movie Epic?
Yeah.
You remember how they've it's like the whole side of the board that the giant guy has is filled with pins, and there's this one big blank area. It might be there.
well, look, that's how I look.
It just
at
had to take a
I
lady
keep
using
getting
a big red
closer
one.
and closer and closer, and then they leave me. So,
Maybe you should have found it sooner.
yeah,
I think
know.
you should have had
I
that
was
surgery
trying.
that pulls 2 inches out of you a while back.
I should have.
Jumbo shrimp.
Yes.
Is that its nickname?
Not mine.
I was about to say, you whip it out, and
That's
she's
such
just
a
like, "Oh, jumbo
Contradictory nickname.
Like it's just like a long bulbous head,
Do
but at
you-
the end of it, it's just like this flat like
Do you want
tail.
to know the context behind? That's actually a fairly running joke in like a long time ago. I
you
had
and
this
your wife.
friend John. He moved out to Arkansas, I think, or something. But he was
Was he
him-
really your friend?
me and my brother's friend. That him and like 3 of our other group were talking about how it's like, oh guys, my dick's not that big. I got like 2 inches on hard. I'm shrimp. And then my brother Gage explained to him, they got that surgery that they cut you open and they pull 2 inches of your dick out from the inside of your body. And he's like, oh, jumbo shrimp. Yeah.
That's a good story. Good story.
It's very motivating. It's like there's always something lying behind, It's just like
You just got to dig it out.
behind every surface shrimp, there's 2
I
more
do
inches.
not like the visual you're creating, man.
It's a story of growth, Matt.
God damn it.
It's the real story about coming out.
Yeah, just reaching new heights.
Just pulling something in you. Just bringing it out.
Just digging deep.
Just a little bit of stitches
The
needed
essence of
afterwards.
your soul.
I was really hoping to avoid dick jokes, but
It's the Halo Friends
back.
podcast.
We're back, guys.
Oh my god, we didn't make any dick jokes in the last podcast.
Well, I'm very
Wow.
glad.
We had to pretend we were in a professional situation. With
That's
our
true.
guests.
We did
And
have
then we have to
Yeah.
sneak them up. We have to sneak on them with the jumbo shrimp.
They
We're
never
free.
see it
Be
coming.
free, Jumbo Shrimp.
What kind of do shrimps make any noise? Do shrimp actually make noise?
The crackle when they're in
like-
oil.
They kind of make noise when you chew on them.
No, I make the noise like. Where's that mayo and ketchup?
Were you getting at something?
I lost it.
Oh, I got one. I got one for you. I got one for you.
Alright.
Suck the head.
Yes.
we should find a topic that's
No, I got one.
We've been on
Okay.
like a
got it.
19-minute tangent right now.
I got it.
Hey,
I wanted
wait.
him to.
Tangent is the name of a shoe.
Keep in mind,
Okay.
we're at 18 minutes and 44 seconds. So you're saying the whole thing's been a.
It's been a tangent since like the first minute.
All right.
Okay.
So anyway, I wanted. Clinton told me a story the other day, and ever since he told me, I really wanted him to tell you guys. So, tell him.
Just go ahead.
Okay.
Segue.
So, I had this weird dream the other night.
I've heard this story before.
You haven't.
I don't think you have.
At least not for
I'm
him.
in the middle of
No.
like this industrial like city type place. Like it looks like I'm in a parking lot, right? Because I can make out the asphalt, like the yellow lines of parking spots and stuff like that. So I'm in the middle of a city. I don't know where I'm at because none of the buildings look familiar. There's no landmarks or anything, but I just see them coming, like hordes of them. Squirrels. Just fucking squirrels coming from every direction. And like I'm in the center of this circle that they're all caving in on. And I needed to defend myself. So it was me just by myself, no weapons, just fucking slaughtering hundreds of squirrels.
With what?
Me.
I use my bare meat to destroy all these
No,
squirrels.
it was weird, and I think I know what triggered the dream, because I was watching Goblin Slayer, the anime on Crunchyroll, and like the entire premise is like it's like this fantasy based like D&D character who like his only role in life, what he wants to do is just slay goblins, just small insignificant creatures that nobody cares about, but he hates them with a burning passion. That was me in that dream.
I hate these squirrels.
I'm just taking squirrels by their tails and just like whipping them towards like a brick wall.
I will beat a motherfucker
There was
with
a-
another motherfucker.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I did exactly that. I had a squirrel in one hand. I had the head of the squirrel, and for whatever reason, I just took it to a brick wall.
Have you
And,
seen?
like,
have you seen Kung Pao Into the Fist?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
I-
gopher chucks.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was literally thinking of that exact movie, and I can just fully imagine a shirtless Spanky in a parking lot, just with two squirrels tied together by the tail, going, "Whoa!"
I think I would need more than two. Give me like 4 of them.
I need to get you into Magic the Gathering and just make you a squirrel deck because they have those.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's terrifying. I would want to kill them all.
You know what? One of the main, well, not the main creatures, but one of the big creatures is the Earl of Squirrels.
Yeah. The weird part about it, there was like, no matter how many I killed, no matter how gruesome the scene around me was, they never stopped. Like, it was just a horde, like a wave after wave.
It was
like,
just glory
just
upon glory.
Did you-
unlimited squirrel
did you-
death surrounding me.
Ever think about maybe like in that situation you were the bad guy? And they were just defending themselves.
I don't know. A giant army of squirrels converging together to take out one guy. It could go either way.
But they're squirrels, of course. Like,
Have you not seen the movies?
Maybe I was
I
just,
forgot
like,
what
the
movie.
first
I forgot
target in
what
their
movie
plan.
it was, but there was a movie where squirrels came together in a giant conspiracy to take out human race.
I'm tired of these motherfucking squirrels in this motherfucking parking lot.
They had an objective, and it was to get me. But
So
I
they were
didn't let
playing
them.
capture the flag, and
They
you were
weren't-
the flag.
They weren't getting my nuts.
I remember I kicked one over a car. Like I'm like 5 parking spaces away from where a car would be normally parked.
I was like
And
Matt
I
Taylor
punted.
punting children.
I just punted the squirrel and it just went flying over the car, and I hear it hit like something that sounded like a metal, like a trash can.
Bang.
3 points, Kobe.
The entire dream was just me like surviving an onslaught.
Of squirrels.
That reminds me of one of my dreams way back. The
Like-
only dream I can vividly remember from back in the day, midget zombies.
The weirder part about it was that like there was no conclusion to the dream. I just woke up swinging. Like that's all I was doing. Like they didn't get me. Like I didn't die in the dream. Like I didn't give up fighting. It was just like I just woke up.
I can only imagine a Nightmare on Elm Street kind of situation where they come from the dream to you.
Dude, I don't dream anymore. I'm always too tired.
I walk out. I step out of bed. I'm at my front door and I'm yawning and stretching, and I just see a squirrel peek out from under my car. It's like, got my eye on you, you motherfucker.
A car drives up, a van opens, and it's all squirrels.
The
They just
kidnapper.
pile out. Y'all remember the movie World War Z, right?
Yes, Brad Pitt.
Just replace all the zombies with squirrels, just falling
Pretty
over
much.
each other.
It's the same thing.
Tidal wave.
No, yeah, like that fucking game trailer, Days Gone.
Where they've just,
Yeah,
they
Like,
wave
the
over
hordes
each
of
other.
Yeah.
God, I can't
fucking
wait for
just
that
squirrels. That game was announced on the last podcast.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was that year.
Yeah, because I
E3.
just remember we were talking about how realistic the zombie
Like,
and
holy
like the
fucking
animation
shit,
and
yeah.
physics were.
Yeah.
And it's not due out until sometime this year.
Oh, fuck. Games. You know, we're a
Oh,
gaming
oh.
channel. Let's do that at some point.
Yeah, I thought we were a dick channel. Like, I honestly believed this. That or a
Hey,
channel
we're
dedicated to
penises.
squirrels.
How do you get the dicks hard? Entertainment.
No, and it's an instructive guide hosted by Taran.
It's just gentle on the tip. It's just rigorous everywhere else.
God.
Motivation for life. I don't know what tip it is.
At the metronome, stroke.
It's like Guitar Hero, but for your penis.
Oh fuck, games, dude.
Okay, well then let's
Ah.
start this off. Spanky, what have you been playing lately?
Well, I haven't played anything since the last podcast.
Like, wait,
I got
the
fucking
Packed
nothing.
House one or the 2 years ago
The
one?
Packed House one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, then what business do you have running a gaming channel?
Right? No, but what I wanted to talk about is like Resident Evil 2 has a remake coming out. That wasn't a thing. Kingdom Hearts 3 is like less than 2 weeks
I was
away.
about to say, like,
Devil May Cry 5 happened?
Wait, that's already out?
No, it comes out this month though.
wait, like Devil May Cry 5 or like Devil May Cry remake again?
No, not remake
Devil
again.
May
Oh,
It's
like
Cry
after Nero?
5.
Yeah,
In the original.
Mechanical Arm Nero, yeah.
Yeah. And then
DMC was
in
still
original
part of the,
Dante.
Like, well,
a lot of shit has happened in
DMC
like gaming.
was still technically part of the canon. Like, that's still canon.
How?
It's like a
completely different
complete
universe.
revamp of it.
It's an earlier version of him.
That makes no sense because Devil May Cry 1 was a pretty young.
Well, that's
him.
No,
according
3
to their
was.
Wikipedia page.
3 was the prequel that like
DMC is supposed to
Explain
be
some
like
things.
the prequel to the prequels.
Hey guys, you want to talk about a more confusing timeline?
he had black
Kingdom
hair.
Hearts is coming out.
Kingdom Hearts. Oh
yeah,
man.
I don't know the first fucking thing about that game.
It's
Well,
okay because
In the
I
beginning.
wish I had the I wish I had the post where it was like if any of the main story comes from Kingdom Hearts echelon of life, 360 backflip, double backflip for the Atari 2600, then I'm shit out of luck.
but yeah, 3 out of the 4 people sitting at this table played through the Kingdom Hearts games. So
Fuck Chain of Memories.
right?
Stay with that.
I completely agree with
I
you.
guess I'll just go sit.
Actually, I learned how to play it. I didn't beat it, but I learned how to play it, and it was bearable.
Which ones did you play? Oh, well, Chain of Memories. or
Yeah,
the other
Chain of
ones?
Memories.
I didn't get past Halloween Town, but I
Not the
chose
Game
that
Boy
second.
one.
Me
but
and
the
Jacob will go sit over
PlayStation.
there then.
No, I know the whole story.
Oh, okay, then I will.
The PlayStation collection Chain of Memories, right?
Yeah,
Not the
I-
Game Boy one?
Or
Yeah.
Chain of Memories.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone plays the actual handheld.
I had it for like a moment in my life. I don't remember how far I got, but I didn't have it for long.
It was just throwing cards.
Yeah, my
Just making it
my
rain.
brother was apparently pretty good at it, and he played it, but you know.
Oh man. Ooh, Jacob, you're blind in far as like the newer trailers.
Jacob, you're blind.
Oh no!
Matt
He just
Murdock
has the
is here with
power.
us today.
It's the podcast power. It's his podcast
Blind.
power. He can make you blind whenever he wants.
No, but you haven't watched the most recent trailers. You wanted
For-
to be
Right,
completely
yeah.
surprised when the
I've
game
seen
comes
some.
out.
I've seen some of the stuff, but I haven't seen anything like
You've
recent.
seen like sneak previews that came out like a year or 2 ago, but you haven't seen like the final trailer, and you haven't seen like the sneak peek of the opening cinematic.
Right? Yeah. True.
So whenever we finally start playing that game, it'll be a brand new experience. But
That's like exactly what I did for Breath of the Wild.
I'm so fucking hyped for Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm enjoying Breath of the Wild.
You should, because I didn't look anything up for Breath of the Wild for like, I think it was like a year and a half before I actually got a Switch whenever the Smash trailer had been released. And I easily 200 hours without nonstop, nothing else.
I think I'm 40, 50 hours in, and so you know that moment in Breath of the Wild where they're like, where they tell you, hey, we want you to go off and find these 4 people, and you're like, man, I can't wait to do that. I didn't.
No, I don't think anyone does.
I've literally just been doing shrines and going, that mountain looks sexy as fuck. I'm gonna climb that shit. And then I get up, like halfway up, and all of a sudden this giant spider thing that kills me every time pops out of nowhere, and I'm like, what if I climb it from the other side? Climb from the other side, more giant spider robot thing. Fine. I'll try to go to that mountain and then glide over. I can't glide that far. But I'm gonna fucking try it. Or the fact that I saw, what was it, a shrine out in the middle of the goddamn ocean, and I tried 7 times to glide out to it from 7 different locations.
I already know which one you're talking about.
Mhm.
And I
You just gotta
finally,
use the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I didn't do that.
Actually, I glided to it.
I
I-
glided to it. I had to go into a level that was like supposed to be like, you'll get to this later. Went out there, killed some stuff that were way stronger than me. Thanks to just pure ingenuity, and then glided out to it. And then I get in there.
Wasn't
and I'm
that one like a test of strength or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
That's
No,
the event on
that-
Island.
That's the thing. I
Yeah.
get out there and I'm like, fuck, I finally made it. I had to dodge a bunch of bad guys. I killed a bunch of people with bombs because literally my weapons do nothing to them. All right, let's go in here. Test of strength. Fuck me.
It was one of the harder ones too.
Yeah,
I believe.
I don't know what level it was or whatever. Or
It's
how
not really like a set level. Like
Yeah,
you
but
just stumble upon
They
it.
actually,
It's
I
like,
don't know how strong it's supposed to
you
be.
can base it off of the name of the shrine,
Like
like
major test of strength.
Right,
minor
right,
test
there's
of
like-
strength, or
Yeah,
just
it was-
test of strength.
it was
Yeah.
like major or something, and I was like,
It's
this
one of the
shouldn't be
harder
that
ones for
bad.
sure.
okay, so we're not talking about the same thing.
Yeah. And
I'm talking about
Oh,
Eventide
you mean
Island.
the one where
Oh,
you
no.
it's basically like doing the Master Sword trials on just that one island where
Yeah.
you start with
Yeah,
nothing.
like as soon
Yeah.
as you like reach the shore of that island,
Oh, well, I
you're
don't.
stripped nude.
Mhm.
Like you have no weapon, you have no armor or clothing on.
do you see
you-
Link's dick?
No, it's like the boxers
got
that he wakes
skivvies
up
on.
and started the game with.
He's got skivvies.
But you got to go through the entire island just from bare bones, and you got to gain your way up again.
That's cool.
That's awesome. That
Um,
sounds actually like a lot of fucking fun.
Take the
Do
Master
you-
Sword trials and make it like half that.
Well, do you Matt? Do you are you like pretty blind to the game? Like
Yeah.
hasn't been.
Like literally the only thing that I knew about it
Mhm.
was that it was open world and there was a thing called the stamina gauge.
And
And that's literally it. Like I had seen some videos
Well-
here and there. I'd seen how the UI looked, but I had
So
no
you're-
idea what the story's like. I've never really played a Zelda game before. Had no clue about the mechanics. All I knew was like graphics look cool. There's stamina gauges. There's something called like gliding, and you're a dude named Link who doesn't fucking talk.
I don't know how you miss such influential like franchises.
I never owned an N64, an NES, or an SNES. Never owned any of those, like ever. I owned Sega, and then we skipped Sega Dreamcast and jumped straight to the PlayStation. Because when we got the Sega, the Dreamcast already
See,
existed.
you're why they went out of business.
No, we jumped straight to PlayStation. I grew up on like fucking Final Fantasy. Like that's for me. That was like I grew up on that.
Yeah, Final
Crash
Fantasy was my
Bandicoot,
shit.
Fucking Spyro all the time. And I grew up on a lot of other kind of like lesser known name brands now that just don't fucking exist. That and early on I swapped over to PC and I grew up on things like StarCraft, Age of Empires, that kind of stuff. Civilization.
Well, what I wanted to ask you was,
Uh-huh.
do you know how to get the Master Sword?
No.
Okay,
I
I'm not
know
gonna
it
say
exists.
anything. I'm
I
not
saw
gonna
the
say
tip.
anything.
Well, how many hearts do you have?
6?
You're not close.
Yeah, I figure not.
Well,
I
come
mean,
on. I wasn't even gonna mention that, man.
No, like that's it. Just leave it alone.
Okay.
But like I'm
Well,
not
now-
just leave it
I'm
be.
not like looking for it. All I know is at some point there's a tip that popped up and they were like, for adventurers who travel wide and are massively powerful, yada 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 bullshit. There's a very important weapon that helps them beat the darkness with the light and yada yada yada.
Have you
And
ever?
I just went, so the Master Sword, I assume.
I don't know how to
assume
bring this up without revealing something to you, but you've played like 50 hours, you said. So I feel like you had to have run into one by now.
What?
Well, have you run into one of the like
Lion, centaur.
like the mega form of Leomon looking enemies?
It's like a
No.
centaur lion thing.
Oh, I don't know why. I don't know. I
Yeah,
was
like
like
a
blanking for
lion
a
on
second.
They have a
Okay.
sword and shield.
I don't know
Lion
about
now?
a centaur lion, but I did meet a centaur once because they were like, hey, if you follow this picture, you get a cutscene about your memories. And I was
Yeah.
like, cool, that mountain. I know where that is. I saw that from atop of that mountain. I'm going to go check that out. And I got there and a cutscene played and I was like, oh man, that's really cool. I'm learning more about the story. And then the cutscene ended and I looked up and there's this like giant centaur looking motherfucker just staring at me. And I was like, he's not moving. Let me see if I can take a picture of him with the camera thing. That way it'll reveal it in my, like, essentially it's a Pokedex. Zoom in. And then I'm like, wait, he has a bow. Wait, he's aiming at me. Oh, fuck, shit! And I go running away just in time to get an arrow in the back. And I was like, not going back over there.
Did
So
you
I have not ever been back
flop
to that.
on the ground dead?
Yeah, I flopped on the ground dead. He one-shot me. And at the time I had, like, 5
Demonstrating
hearts.
prime ragdoll physics.
So from that moment on, I've never gone back. Yeah, like I have barely put any of the like shrines I've completed into getting more hearts, it's always more stamina because I'm like, I can just reload.
I
don't
think
give a fuck.
realistically, you don't need that much stamina.
But I want to be able to climb
be able to-
everything.
To be able to climb.
mean,
up
well, the
like,
thing
the
is-
trial things that you need to go up. You need at least a whole bar or like 2 whole
Right.
bars,
I mean, I didn't get stamina for a while when I first played it, and I found like my own way to like get up there. I like cheesed certain mountains where you could kind of like run against it a little bit and build your
yeah,
gauge
where you
back
can
up
just
and
kind of
then,
slide down,
Yeah.
stop yourself.
See,
yeah.
I love stamina because it allows me to just do more. And then, like, what was it? Dylan was watching me play the other day, and he was like, "Well, why don't you get more hearts? Then you can do better in combat." And I was like, "Well, the gear is what should save my ass in combat. Having an extra heart here and there, I can understand, but not stacking them." And he's like, "Yeah, but you could fight stronger things." And I'm like, "Yeah, or I could just, not suck and not get hit." So my mentality is, if I get hit, it's my own fucking fault.
And you got to go to.
I'll
I forgot
just,
the name of the village where you get the iron armor.
yeah, I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
It's right next to the dye shop, I think.
Yeah, actually it is. It's right across the street, or well, right across the street, and then like 40 feet earlier down the road. So. Oh, and I already went ahead and bought my own house.
Oh.
Even though I've literally they were like, go do this important quest, go save the princess.
Then
And
give me 40 trees.
And I'm like, I was like, well, I'm gonna actually just go chop some trees and give this guy
Dude.
some gold.
There's a huge fetch quest that starts after you finish the house quest.
And then you
Yeah,
get a whole town.
I wikied it because when I first saw it, this was the only thing I've ever looked up. When I first saw it, I was like, how the fuck am I gonna get 50 grand? And I just Googled to see if it was possible. And it was like, in the next quest, you have to do this. And I was like, oh my god.
You just dropped
What
it down
the
to what,
fuck?
like 3,000, 5,000 gold?
Fuck, dude.
It was
yeah.
like 3,000 gold, but you had to get them like, I think it was like 80 trees or some shit, or 150 trees, which isn't that bad. It took me maybe, 10, 15 minutes? And the only problem was making sure I had an axe, because that gets you more. Well, the next one, according to the wiki, is like apparently somewhere I've never been. I think in a desert or some shit.
Yeah.
Never been there. I've only had to deal with cold. And apparently you have to get like 4,000 trees.
Yeah, that's where sexy link is.
Fuck.
Oh, but after you finish up with the guys at your house,
Uh-huh.
and you buy all the furniture accessories that you can.
I did that.
One of the guys leave.
Mhm.
Did you see where he went?
I don't
He
remember.
didn't just like exit out the game. He's in a new part of the game now, and I don't want to say too much.
Yeah, that's the one where I saw like I glanced at the wiki and it showed him somewhere out in the fucking desert, I think.
Not a desert.
And I don't know.
It's like a
I'll find him at some point though.
cliff area.
Just yeah.
Yeah, but this is huge.
Oh, did
fast
anybody
quest.
else climb to the top of the mountain with the heart?
Yeah.
That dude at the top of the mountain's fucking creepy. I've been up there twice because, my house is located right in front of it. And sometimes I'm like, I want to go look out at the landscape, at all of my domain. And then I get up there and that dude's like, hey, what you doing? What you doing? You waiting for the love of your life too? You doing that? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, we're the only two motherfuckers that come up here. How do I know he's not the love of my life? This is getting really awkward.
Existential crisis right there. Like,
I'm
do I
glad-
love this man?
I'm glad to have been included in the previews for Brokeback Mountain too.
Have you killed any of the like out and about like bosses, like area bosses and stuff like that?
There's area bosses?
No.
You mean the giant ogres?
Hold on.
Yeah, like
I
just
just
those
remembered.
things.
Oh, no, but they've killed me a bunch.
I just remembered the high point of the entire game for me. I completely forgot. I'm going to spoil it for you.
All right.
Mount Taran and Taran Pass. They're actual places in the game.
Well,
Like
I
a
can-
snapshot on both of them. I was like,
I can already tell
I
you the
am
high
immortalized.
point of the game. I can already tell you the high point of the game. Now, keep in mind, I had never played a Zelda game,
Right.
really. Like,
Okay.
outside of, like, an hour once. And I can't even remember which one it was. I think it was Wind Waker or some shit. Anyway, the high point of the game for me actually came really early on in one of, like, it was, like, the first shrine, I think it was. where the game never told me much anything. Like, or it might have been the second shrine, the one where you get the magnet.
Right.
And the game never really told you much of anything, but you're like, okay, that looks like, metal. So I'm gonna walk up and move that, and boom, I can go forward. And then out of the corner of my eyes, I see something, and it's a chest. The game did not tell me I could do this. The game gave me other options on how to get to the chest. I could have easily, and I tested it to make sure it worked, I could have easily grabbed some blocks and stacked them up and been able to jump to the chest. And then I thought to myself, that bitch looked like it made of metal. And yeah, it was. And that right there, just rewarding my own intelligence. I'm like, I went from like, okay, I'll see how this game is. I hear everybody loves it. And then I went, this game's pretty awesome. Or the fact that there was no quest marker when the guy was like, I had this recipe for a shirt that kept the warmth in. Or I had a recipe for a food that kept me warm.
Yeah.
If somebody could bring me that recipe, I wouldn't have need of this warm doublet. And literally just using context clues and my own smarts, I figured out what the fuck it was. And because of that, I had learned how to fish. No one told me how to fish. No one gave me a tutorial how to fish. I just figured it the fuck out.
I didn't learn how to fish. I just,
And that just...
I didn't have a dad.
I just jump in the water.
I just started shooting them with arrows, but, it works. And that just... It has a respect for you as the player. And I was like... After those 2 moments, I was like, and I'm going to play the shit out of this.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Just the fact that they have, like, multiple ways of doing the same thing.
Mhm.
Like, it's your choice.
Yeah.
Like, how you
they
want to do
don't-
something.
And they don't point it out to you.
Right,
Like,
right.
say in Metal Gear Solid 5, which is a fantastic game that I love, but when you're like, I want to do this mission, they're like, well, what time do you want to go in? Okay, what equipment do you want to use? Because we have so many options of how you can, do this mission. What equipment? How do you want to deck out your helicopter? Do you want to go in close or do you want to go in far away? Like, and in Legend of Zelda, they're just like, hey, there's a thing over there. And that's it. That's all you know. There's a thing over there. You have no clue what thing it is. You don't know how important it is. All you know is there's a thing over there. And, oh yeah, by the way, there's a castle there. Figure it the fuck out.
I will praise Breath of the Wild because I like games normally that let me do whatever the fuck I want. Like, I like not having to go against the grain and just being able to just, like, fuck around. Like, Grand Theft Auto is probably, like, one of the easiest games to fuck around in.
Red Dead Redemption.
Like, games that give you freedom. Like, no obvious linear choice. You could just go ahead and just, like, go kick something or go climb a tree. Like,
Kick something.
yeah.
Like a kid.
Or a squirrel.
Hunt.
But Breath of the Wild was just so engrossing for me. Like, I put hours into it to the point where I beat it on the Wii U. And then when I finally got a Switch, I bought the Switch copy as well.
I did the same thing with Twilight Princess for GameCube and Wii.
Yeah. But I spent hours on that game, like even doing like the most ridiculous fetch questions because I liked fucking exploring. And there's no limit to what there is to explore. Like, if you have the stamina, you can climb something. You can swim. You can glide forever as long as you want. This game just like it put no rules on you immediately
I
out
made
of the
a
gate.
raft.
Right?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
The game never told me to do
You
that.
can make a campfire anywhere and just advance the time. They don't tell you how to do that.
Well, I didn't.
If I fits,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
sits.
That's news. But I was like, man, I really want to get over there. And I kind of left my horse way over there. And I was like, that's a river.
And there's like
That's
no
a tree. So I cut down the tree, it fell in the river, and then I just jumped on. And then boom, I had a fucking raft. And I was just going with the current.
And then there's no like predestined way to beat the game. You can literally go in whatever path you want, fight whatever guardian like you want.
Or you can do what I did.
You can go straight to Ganon.
that.
Yeah.
I did master mode after 100% of the regular game and just went straight to Ganon.
Yeah.
Took me like 2 weeks to try and beat him though.
The fact that there are no rules besides survive made my day right there.
Also, I'm sure you haven't done it yet, but if you did just straight up try to go to Ganon, you would get fucked up long
Yeah.
before you got
Yeah.
there.
I'm I play a lot of open world games because I love the ability, player agency. I really love player agency where they give you the option of what the fuck do you want to do. Do whatever you like. So, and that's why I ended up 100%ing Red Dead in my first playthrough. Is because, like, they're like, go save the princess. Go take out the guy that's going to kill the world. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And they're like, but you're the only one. You're Hyrule's savior. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm going to go buy a house. I'm going to decorate it.
You could just take my sword.
How long has Zelda really been waiting?
Yeah.
She's in danger? Is she?
She's been there for 100 years. I don't think I want to bitch with saggy titties, so I'm outie.
100 years, what's another 2 days?
Yeah, right?
It's unfortunate that you haven't at least done one of the
Divine
like
Beasts?
one of the temples of the game, because they're really interesting. Like because you were saying how much you were like, oh, I really enjoy the whole figuring it out thing. Just wait until you actually do it.
There was only one.
Let me know when you're finished with 120 shrines.
There was only one that pissed me off, one shrine so far, and I've done a bunch. I'm walking around, I find this shrine, I go in, I think it's gonna be easy. I can already see the place I gotta go. I walk up to this pedestal, and then turns out I have to use the motion control of the controller.
The pinball thing.
To tilt the
Flip
ball.
it upside down.
Yeah.
Cheat it.
I bounced it. Yep. That's
See,
exactly what I did.
I sat there and I'm like, and I'm like trying to get it to work.
I had the added benefit of like the Wii U gamepad.
Well,
Because I could watch from the TV while I'm just flipping the pad completely upside
Yeah.
down.
Or
I'm
just
watching
take
it
off
from
the
TV.
Just
Well,
take
no,
off the
I-
Joy-Cons.
I was watching it from my TV. At one point, I tried flipping it upside down, but I still couldn't get it to jump and go across. So I had to sit there. It took me 45 minutes.
It's kind of a pain.
Like, don't get me wrong, Nintendo, for the first time in my life, I am a fan. I think they're doing great work. But stop with this motion control bullshit. Leave that to VR. VR is great. It does not have a place in my normal games. Because I swear to God, if I have to do another motion-based puzzle, I might throw my Switch.
I
It might
almost,
work if you do
almost
that.
forgot to ask about, since we're on the topic of new games, although I mean Breath of the Wild's like a year now, maybe
Yeah.
like closer to 2. Smash
Yeah.
Ultimate.
Fucking great.
Who's got it?
Man,
I do.
Jacob, I didn't hear you.
I don't play Smash.
Get the fuck out of here, guys.
who's your man?
It's actually a hard choice between regular Link and Young Link, because they actually boosted him up
Why?
a lot more since.
Why
Roy.
does
Link and
literally
Roy.
everyone I know mains Link? Everyone.
He's
You
just
main
he's
Link.
just like the most popular.
My
No,
best friend mains
him
Link.
and
Spanky mains Link.
Kirby are the most
Like-
popular characters.
No, Link, Fox, Sonic,
Captain
Snake,
Falcon.
and Captain Falcon.
I main Richter.
my other friend Matt was actually saying he wanted to start off with Richter and Simon.
Dude, Richter is fucking fun. And
I hate him just because of his air hit, like his neutral hit. It's just
Yeah.
he just spins his chain. You get caught in it too easy.
yeah, my favorite thing and the reason I love him is the skill shots you can pull off with his thrown axe that arcs. Because I was playing against Spanky and I could only get it to land I think twice that whole night. But he's like hanging onto the edge of the map and I throw it just right that it just barely catches him. And he was like, "What? You can do that?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Or like the very random times where he would jump and I'd catch him midair with it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's probably not the best character. Yeah, he doesn't really have all the tricks he should probably have to be a good, viable character. But god damn, is that not fun? Every time
The
it
funnest-
lands, it's like landing a no-scoped 360 headshot.
The funnest thing to do while I was playing against Matt was to juggle him with Link. No, it's because Link has like this
Fucking-
The
rotating
three
up
hit?
slice. No, not like the up B, but like up A.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Like
the
Link is just like swiping up.
Mhm.
Just swipe up.
Just swipe right.
swipe.
Yeah, and every
Like.
time I would like hit him into the sky, I would run to where he's projected to fall and just do it again.
And the reason why he had so much fun with it is because it pissed me off.
You just
to
run.
literally
You just run out of jumps and use a dodge in the air on accident. It just gets far downhill from there.
or no, I'll use a dodge, but I'll mistime it. Like one time I used a dodge because he was like running this way, so I used the dodge to move this way, and then he like rolled back and still fucking hit me as I'm literally a pixel from the ground, and he's like, haha, and I was raging. So from that point on, we would just turn to Jake and say, all right, you pick who we're playing, because I swear to God, if this motherfucker plays Link one more time.
The only reason why we started playing Smash was because
You didn't show up.
No,
He said he can beat you at it.
Well, that was it.
Hey,
he
I
was
did-
saying
You
that
challenged.
Yeah, he said
I
that he was
said-
a badass with Richter, and he kicked all his friends' asses.
So-
and, like,
No,
his friend,
no.
he
Hold
had
on.
Link.
No.
He
I
had
want to point
main
something
Link.
out.
And I was like, oh, so you think Link's easy to beat?
No, that is
He-
not what I said. I said I had been practicing with Richter a ton because my friend kept beating me with Link. So I could maybe beat your Link because I would practice 1v3 level 9 Link in PCs. That is my practice regimen because every friend I have mains Link, and fuck all three of you. What fucking cunts.
What? Not the other
Not
three
you.
main.
My other friend who also mains
But
Link.
okay. So I just want to point out something out.
Uh-huh.
I was there that day when you
I
guys
was there.
I was.
Shaming you.
Yeah, you fell asleep halfway through, but yeah.
I didn't fall asleep.
I look like it.
I napped
He
slightly.
was, he was playing with
I
himself on
napped
the couch.
ever so slightly, but I did not fall asleep.
No, but I'm talking about the beginning. Whenever you guys started talking about it, and I didn't hear like you say anything regarding like beating him or like I didn't hear any of that conversation.
Yeah.
I just like knew you guys were playing, right? Like I knew you guys were gonna start playing, and then like you went out either outside to vape or get something in your car, or something.
Yeah.
The controller.
Oh
or whatever.
yeah. I'd gone to get my my bag because I had my controller.
Okay. And when you stepped out, Clinton was like, "I'm gonna fucking crush him."
Look, I will let it be known. Yes, you beat me about 3 times right out in the beginning, but also keep in mind I hadn't played in like a week and a half.
Remember, I was warming.
Here's
up.
my logic.
And I did beat you the 4th
Here's my
time.
logic before you keep making excuses
Look,
for
I
yourself.
beat him the 4th time. And keep in mind, the last time I beat my friend, I was also about 5 shots past. You should stop.
I
Right.
don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but the only battles you won was when I was playing other characters that I don't.
No,
name.
I beat you once while you were playing.
Okay,
Link.
wait.
No, we
Wait.
swapped.
I need to
I played Richter. And
I
you
need to
played
bring
Link.
something up.
Yes.
Okay. This is gonna be a little more philosophical.
Dun, dun.
In deep.
So it's kind of about like arguments of who's better at something like this.
Oh, well, never
Like,
me.
well, what I noticed about you guys is that you play more characters than him, which means that you didn't focus on one character and get
no.
specifically better at one character because that's the only one you were playing.
Oh,
So
no.
it's hard to say that Spanky is better than you at the game just because he only plays one character.
I'm multifaceted.
I
play Mario, Link, Zero Suit Samus, Roy, and Pikachu.
Okay.
I like cycling
Um,
too, so it's 5.
Lucario, Mewtwo, Richter, Simon, Pikachu, Link, Mario, Roy, Marth, and of course the female version of that, Corrin, Crom, I think you call him,
that's the echo of Roy.
and then
No, Ike.
No.
That's not Ike's Echo.
Crom
Pit.
is
I've played a
Roy's echo.
bunch, and then I've tried to play Peach, but I can't really do it. I of course can play Kirby because he's literally just a one move pony.
And I'm a flex tank.
And like I play I can play to some degree every character that I like. The only ones that I like won't touch usually are like Peach, Daisy, because I
So-
find they're slow and that really bugs the piss out of me.
I don't
When
know
I go
if
somewhere, I want to get there now.
I don't know if that game keeps track of like your like how much of a character you play, like how much time you've put on
does.
in the
It does?
It does.
Cool. I
That'd
didn't
be
know that.
that'd be an interesting thing to look at with
I'm
you
like
guys.
95% Link by now.
But I know like things like Overwatch, they'll keep track of like how much you play a
Hours and
specific
shit.
character, and
Yeah.
I just find that interesting, like because people argue about like, oh well, you just got crushed and like this and that, and it's just like
How
I
can
mean,
you play this
there's
character?
so
You
much
got like 20 hours on
there's so
Bastion.
much nuance behind everything
yeah.
that
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I bounce around more because I'm just like I love most of the characters in the game. Outside of some, like I wish I really loved Snake,
you wish you loved Snake.
but I can't. Because if you do his like I think it's like down B or down A. No, it's down B. And he does that fucking homing missile. that
You
have to
did kind of
control.
Yeah.
nail Clinton with that homing missile the one time.
Like one.
Yeah.
Outside of that, if you just are say letting it go straight, he's stuck in that animation to just sit there and hold that rocket launcher until it impacts something. So if it's a long straight map, you're gonna be there a while.
Snake's strong point is meteor smashes in the air. That
Yeah.
big down kick, scissor
Yeah.
kick, just fucking
Yeah.
gnarly as fuck.
Oh yeah, that's fantastic. But like outside of that, you really like don't do his down B at all.
So
Because then you're just gonna be like, all right, you come to hit me, right? It'd be like when you played Jigglypuff like a cunt and kept putting me to sleep and knocking me off the map.
I'm only trying to get a one-hit KO on
To
you.
be fair, Jigglypuff's ultimate, like this was it called
Smash.
The
is
final smash, the
it's
just
awful.
big, giant and fucking just inflating.
Yeah, it's garbage, but the moment you get near Jiggly, okay, now I'm gonna sit here and charge up the biggest attack of all time, motherfucker. Like,
No, I think I'm gonna sleep.
like if you're gonna do a team battle, I think Jigglypuff would be a good support character.
yeah, you just put everybody to sleep and then go jack off in a corner.
So we've been talking about Smash Brothers and Breath of the Wild for like the past
Hour.
25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But 2018 happened, and there was a shit ton of other games that came out that year, like God of War, Octopath Traveler, Hey You,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yes.
Spider-Man.
Oh no, wait. The
Spider-Man!
revamp, the
Let's Go Pikachu.
the 2018 revamp of Octodad.
Yeah.
I
Dadliest catch.
Yeah.
was not aware of that one.
I wanted to play it as as all four of us playing each one limb on that one.
Yeah, I did. You did suggest that.
Okay.
It'd been hilarious.
Oh man, but 2018 was a great year for games.
Yeah, overall, I'd say it was a great year, but there was also a lot of like things that really pissed people off in 2018. Like
The
what-
Blizzard fiasco.
not just the Blizzard fiasco, but wasn't like Battlefront 2 that year as well?
It's like really early on.
My heart.
Yeah, and weren't people like really
Yeah,
furious
it's the
about
whole
that
EA.
shit?
What are you
and
talking
the,
about, like-
the microtransaction
The
bullshit?
EA, Activision, the best companies ever.
No. Like, I don't know. Overall, though, like business-wise, industry-wise, like
well,
a
gaming
lot of-
industry has been kind of
a lot of companies
the-
have really like taken a fucking nosedive, but like a lot of them like came back stronger than ever. Like Xbox in general had a fucking fantastic year. PlayStation had a fantastic year. Ubisoft, even though in the past their reputation was down, they're like, no, we're supporting all of our games forever. Like, no,
Yeah.
stick with us, we'll stick with you. Like, they're doing fantastic. And then you have like, and you're like, wow, all these great companies. Are y'all gonna do the same, EA? Oh, he's molesting a child.
What?
Go figure.
Bethesda.
Yeah,
At two.
Todd Howard just trying to shove Skyrim into a baby's butthole.
There's literally still bad news coming out about Fallout 76.
Oh yeah, there's still bad news coming out about Fallout. There's bad news every day.
Fallout,
about,
if you will.
Activision and Blizzard and all that going on.
You mean the new-
Bungie actually left Blizzard.
You mean the new
shit.
DLC for Skyrim?
Bungie left
was-
Activision.
Wait. Who was it that was developing that open world Star Wars game?
Oh, that was Visceral Studio.
Because I know, I mean, it was it.
I don't know if it was gonna be.
Was that the
open
one that was
world.
Who
based
makes-
off of the plot of
Shoot, man, I'm
1313?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That was done by Amy Hennig, who used to do
But what-
used to do a lot of work with Naughty Dog. I think it was.
I
Called
think they had an
Visceral or
exclusive.
something.
Well, not as the team specifically, but it was under the same
Yeah.
It was like,
no.
oh
It was.
my god. With all, it was EA or someone.
Yeah, it was EA because as of right now, EA still has the sole rights to make a Star Wars based game.
Right. Okay. So they canceled.
Yeah, they canceled it. They canceled it. They canceled that, but
Did you know why they canceled it though?
because they wanted more ways to monetize it. Sadly, but
They were like, we can't finish it. Like, this is a big game that's probably going to be a good game, but we can't finish it by the time like the contract is up. So we're going to scrap that, make a simpler game.
No, what it was, because this is actually word from Amy Hennig's mouth, which is they kept looking at our work and saying, wow, this looks really awesome and really fun. How do we make money from it? Where are the microtransactions?
Right, it's kind of hard to do it in the concept
and
they
it
were
was
working with, I
supposed to
guess.
be a single player experience, and they couldn't find ways to take more money of it out of us. So they said, yeah, fuck it. So they gave it over to Respawn Entertainment, which I love them. They made Titanfall 2, they made Titanfall 1. Fucking love those guys. But now they're making a Star Wars game, and it kind of makes me sad because I'm like, man, EA's gonna fuck it up.
We finally found a way to truly mix Neopets and the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
Where's that 10 frame a second spinning wheel that gets you one thing on
I'm
the bingo?
so glad EA doesn't own like Pornhub, because you'd be getting it on and you're like, oh yeah, man, this hot. To view the next portion of this scene,
You can come faster.
The facial is an extra 25.
You owe us $15 to see her boobs. Pay $5.
That just sounds like cam girls.
They just they give you like the shittiest resolution possible, like before like HD was a thing.
You gotta go classic whenever they had those donation or click file porn pages where you get that many people to click and you open up a new one.
Yeah.
But it's like sticker scratch all or like peel offs.
Yeah.
You're like slowly peeling it back.
You get to your own suspense. Ooh, slowly.
Let's see. 2018.
God of War
I
came
played Let's Go Pikachu.
I finished the main story of Let's Go Eevee. I got too lazy to beat the Master Trainers to try and
Same.
get red.
I didn't do that. I caught all the legendaries,
Same.
and
Not played it yet.
apparently, like I can't fight red until
You have to beat 5 Master Trainers and meet them at the front of Indigo Plateau.
Yep. I'm
s-
never fighting red.
Yeah, same.
I haven't played it at all yet, because it was like I just got my Switch and I was like, man, I want to get this game and this game and this game, and then my wallet was like, motherfucker, go fuck yourself.
There was so many people that like gave the game flack because it just took out traditional like wild Pokemon battling.
Mostly
Yeah, it took
everyone's
out-
saying this isn't the real next Pokemon. This is just like the stepping stone for it.
Yeah,
Which
like-
makes no fucking sense because they changed one thing.
Yeah. And it wasn't that big of a deal to me.
No.
Because I remember like all the times I played Pokemon and how
you
many
were-
repels I used anyway.
Or how many times you were just so fucking furious you were willing to throw your system because it was like, Pokemon battle. Pokemon battle. Motherfucker, I can't even take half a goddamn step.
Okay, I want to contradict you guys a
Why?
little bit. So, I think it was just the type of, like, I described it to a GameStop employee this way.
Okay.
the master, so to speak.
So I was asked if I wanted to purchase the game while I was in, and I was like, nah, it just doesn't seem to interest me. And when Clinton did get it, and I watched him play it a bit, I was like, I am glad I didn't get this. And it's because of what I got the games for to begin with. I like the grind. I like the stats. I like the strategy. I like all of those things about it, and I feel like that's what was taken out.
Well,
it's
I
all
still
just
find
like-
it's I still, from my viewing in the little I've played at a buddy's house, I still find that it can be grindy because there's so many goddamn trainers now.
yeah.
Well-
It's
They
a lot
overboarded
easier
the
to grind
fucking
because
everywhere.
you can basically either choose, I'm gonna level up my
Like,
Pokemon
it
by
honestly, like,
capturing
you
or
look
by
at-
battling.
You look at a route that you've been on 100 times when playing the games growing up, and you would think that people just got together and had orgies everywhere. There's so many new fucking people.
Yeah.
But but anyway, so how I described because the employee knew both me and Spank, so I was like, well, he gets Pokemon games because, like, I told her I get him because I like, the strategy and all this and that, and he gets him because he likes cute Pokemon.
It's Pokemon.
He's not wrong, but there was still a challenge to the game.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I mean, it's a game, and if it didn't have any amount of challenge, then.
Yeah.
But it just like to say that it
Then it
was
would just be Call of Duty.
anything but a different game from the original Pokemon games would be
I felt like it was harder for me to
like
level
people
up
were trying to
Pokemon.
compare it too much to the original games. Like,
I felt like it was harder for me to like grind in that game because I just avoided catching Pokemon if I didn't want them. So I would find myself like under leveled by the time I got to like the next gym. Like I could probably still take them, but the game requires me to be at this level. So now I got to go and find fucking shit to do.
I started not liking to like catch every Pokemon on the way to try and level up my Pokemon as much. I started not liking that, but then I was like, I could give them all to Professor Oak and get special candies for it though.
Well, yeah. But when I went through like the entirety of the game until like I got to the Elite Four, I only caught one of each Pokemon. I didn't want duplicates. I didn't see the purpose in it. And then I saw a YouTube video about the 5 things you should know about Pokemon Let's Go. And then they were like, catch as many fucking Pokemon as possible.
Didn't I,
Then it
like-
was just like, not only does it give you experience for your Pokemon, but you could trade them in for like candies that could boost your stats on your Pokemon. I'm just like,
I specifically told you to catch the same Pokemon
actually
multiple
I
have-
didn't
times.
want. I didn't want
I
that.
actually have a buddy of mine who's like so into Pokemon Go that when he started Pokemon Let's Go, he literally already had 6 of every single Pokemon in the entire Pokedex. 6 of them. Like,
There is a feature where like you can tie in your Go account. And
Yeah,
you can
the Go
transfer your
Park.
Pokemon over. Yeah.
That sounds like he spent a lot of money on Pokemon Go.
no, he actually has never spent a dime.
But
He
wait,
lives
no,
by a Pokespot probably.
can't you? Don't you have to spend money to like increase like your Pokemon slots to have that many Pokemon?
I
don't
haven't played
think
since
so.
a month.
I mean,
ago.
I
It's like-
haven't played that
it's
game in
inventory
like
you
forever.
have
So.
you have to pay for and like the amount of like eggs you can hold at one time and shit. But I don't think the actual Pokedex itself can get full. Or not Pokedex, but your
Normally, like
Pokemon
most mobile games in general, like that, where you have like X amount of like units.
Yeah, but usually
tend to
they're also
have a
way
limit.
more like restrictive on that. They're like, you know how all these players can hold 50,000 items? You can hold 1.5.
So, Breath of the Wild, I would give a 8.5
You son of a bitch.
out of 10.
You get out of here. 9.9 out of 10.
Super Smash Bros.
Get out of your
Ultimate,
house.
I would give the same score, an 8.5 out of 10.
I'd give that
I
a
got
10.
the most amount of hours out of both of those games as I could.
Why
Let's
only
go-
8.5 though? What is it that you didn't like?
I feel like it has to be like special to like.
Then
get
why
the
don't you
9
just
to
give it
high
a
for-
9?
How about
9.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man? Spider-Man was fucking.
Here we fucking
But
go.
wait, no, hold on.
Let me
hold on.
finish.
Wait, no, let me
Let me
finish.
finish.
I want to. No, you were like talking
Let's
about
go.
because you're
Pikachu.
gonna have to go back. You're
I'm
have to
going
go
to
back.
give it a 6.
Okay.
I
Okay.
did not enjoy it as much as the previous 2 games. I did dabble a little bit of Octopath Traveler. I only got like 3 characters deep, so I can't really
Really?
give it a score.
Damn.
Spider-Man was fucking great.
All right.
I
Uh-huh.
will give Spider-Man a 9.3.
You Get
Okay.
the fuck out of here.
Now here we
No.
go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go. I need to say
Spider-Man
something.
2,
Earned that
Spider-Man
10.
3, and Spider-Man 1.
I need to say
Let's
something.
let's start with Spider-Man 2. There's
Let's-
not a big difference.
Let's okay. Stop. Stop.
Insomniac Spider-Man.
I need to say something to Clinton specifically.
Okay.
Okay.
You go first.
He made a deal about like, okay, 8.5 for Breath of the Wild, 8.5 for Smash. I spent the most hours on those, but also 9.3 for Spider-Man, a game he didn't finish. He's not
There's
ha-
some-
myself.
He
There's
I
some
is
truth
not
there.
halfway through
I
that
am
game.
way past halfway.
Where's you at? Where are you
I
at?
thought you.
Where are you
last
at?
time you told
What's
me
the
you
last
were
thing
like,
that happened?
Yeah,
like,
what's the
the
last thing you
last
did?
time I gave you an update was when I unlocked the Sinister Sticks from the fucking Rift.
you haven't played.
You that's like
You've
that's like
gotta-
halfway done.
Yeah, you've got
Yeah,
a ways
but that
to
was
go.
the last time I updated him.
Well, what's the
played
last
past
thing
that.
that happened?
Okay,
When's the last time you played?
the last time I played,
Had
the
to
last
be
time I
about
played
2.
was probably like late November. like right before the holiday season picked up at
You
Best Buy.
motherfucker.
But I had just like fought Dr. Octopus. Doc
Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. I was like, why did it sound weird?
Wait.
What is
Dr. Octopus?
first time?
Dr. Octopus.
First
No,
time
no.
fighting him, or
No, it was the second. I remember struggling when he released that like poison, or like that virus that made people go crazy. I remember having a struggle, like I was struggling at that point. But no, I didn't finish the game.
Did you
But
get
I'm
to
near the end.
Did you get to the part where like the regular enemies are like those super soldiers?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's Sable's men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Sables, man, but you know. And I haven't played all of the DLCs yet because Dylan currently has my PlayStation, right? And I have to ask, why the fuck am all of a sudden I'm seeing memes? They're like, oh my god, I want to marry Sable. Like, bitch, go fuck yourself. Mary Jane's
she's
better.
like an Amazonian woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like every time she talks, I'm like, you are the most unattractive human being ever.
But
You're like a silverback gorilla.
Spider-Man gave me the same feeling of Breath of the Wild. Not only because they're both open world games, but you can just go in literally whatever direction you want and do whatever quest you want. It won't let you progress the game until you do like a main quest. But I love traveling and just swinging around. The swinging physics on that game is like
I've
the
spent
funnest
about an
thing.
hour just going
Yeah.
around the whole city.
Exactly.
I've never fast traveled.
Actually, I never have, except for that one time it makes you do it.
Yeah.
The first time like I played Breath of the Wild, I just went and unlocked all the towers because I wanted to get the map as soon as possible. I did the exact same fucking thing on Spider-Man.
Well,
It was so fun.
Oh
just
wait,
fucking
no. The
traveling and
the
swinging.
first thing that I did on Spider-Man was like, all right, fuck all the quests. I'm going to get that original Spider-Man outfit by getting all the backpacks.
Yeah, the first thing I did after they like let you loose and they tell you about the towers and the backpacks and that mission.
Hold on, we got on the X-Lax topic, getting loose.
As soon as they did that, I went unlocked all the towers. I went and unlocked all the backpacks, and then I was like, well, I mean, if I'm doing this, I might as well do some random crimes and things like that. And then I like
Do some random
I
crimes.
might murder a person.
No, like solve random, crimes and all that. So I ended up like 100%ing half of the island on crime, to where crime just didn't pop up there anymore.
Yeah.
Until
Oh, it does pop up, by
until
the way.
the
It's
Sable,
just like, you don't
until
get
the
credit.
until the Sable people showed up, and then I had to do more crimes there.
No, I mean like
Oh, the demons.
no. Well, the demons are
It's like
second,
the
but
general crime. Like the
no,
ones that
well,
just
no, like
pop up.
crimes still show up in those areas. You just don't get credit towards the.
It's like
But, like,
fixing that one problem that was on
I
Spider-Man 2 where they just
100%ed it.
disappear.
I've never gotten a platinum trophy. I platinumed that and then kept going until I also got gold on every single Taskmaster challenge.
Oh, those.
And
yeah.
then as soon as the first DLC came out, I immediately 100% that too. And then sadly I gave it to Dylan to do, and he's one of those people. He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna play it a ton. I'm gonna beat it. I'm gonna do it. Just plays Overwatch for 9 hours a day and then complains that he's so tired.
Have you ever like glitched out like one of the moments in Spider-Man?
No.
Oh.
I've
It happened to my brother once. T-pose.
I've actually never run into a glitch on that game ever on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Have never run into a glitch.
Jacob has a much better story than me, so I'm gonna get mine out of the way. So I was doing a crime, like I think I was committing.
Did you
a
do the
felony.
time afterwards?
I was kidnapping a baby. Give me a second.
I was robbing a jewelry store.
So
Sorry.
yeah, that's actually what it was. Like a few people were like robbing like a jewelry or whatever, and I was fighting people, and I webbed this guy to a car.
Bet you did.
And then as soon as that crime ended, another crime spawned right on top of it, like right to the side. And it was the car, like the car chase one.
Uh-huh.
But it was the same car I'd zipped the guy to.
So the dude's riding on the hood.
So the
going,
guy is just like stuck to the car while I'm swinging after him, trying to get to that car. The moment you land on the car and you pull the drivers out and everything. Well,
Did
I
you
get
pull
to
him right through his
no,
chest?
Yeah, I get to the passenger side and I pull that guy out, and
goes
the
through
fucking
him.
the guy that's zipped to the car, like his head just kind of like wobbles, fucking like just glitches out.
I
and
never
then
had that.
I got the car to stop, right?
Uh-huh.
After you get the driver out, and then like
And
the
then
people who
you catch it.
survived, you could fight. Well, I accidentally took the door from the car with the guy still attached to it, and I swung him at everybody. And
Yeah.
then I like that was it. That was fucking
Well,
funny.
Me, I I zipped a bunch of dudes to the side of a truck, and at a crash site, and then I flipped the truck. And I know it's not a glitch, but man, I killed those dudes. I zipped them, 4 dudes, to the side of a fucking what looked like a food truck to me. And then I was like, they were like, "Help me, Spider-Man! I'm underneath the car." And I went, "I'll save you." Flips truck. They all 4 just crushed. And I was just like, Spider-Man, you murdered that guy. What?
So here are my experiences. I want to springboard off of Spanky's real quick about taking the door off of the whatever it was, the van, and like swinging the guy around with it. I did that once before as well, but the guy flew off in midair while I was swinging him around. Well, swinging the door around.
Yeah.
It was funny. But there was another time I just hit boxes. I was literally just like walking. I was walking in the street. I shouldn't have been walking in the street, but like a van stopped like 20 feet from me and hit me.
Well,
It was the wind.
so Taran, have you also played Spider-Man?
Yes.
Okay. 2 questions real fast, and then I'm gonna go to everybody at the table.
I also have another one, by the way,
I
just
was like, because he
FYI.
didn't say the one I wanted him to say.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were done.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Are you
Okay.
done?
Well, real quick, then I'll ask my question after you
Yeah.
tell yours. Earlier when he said the score, that's been bugging me. You seemed angry about the score.
What score?
The score he gave to Spider-Man. And then
For
you
Spider-Man
started
or
mentioning
for,
then you started mentioning
Like the
other
older
Spider-Man
games.
games. I feel like you didn't like it.
If you're gonna give Spider-Man a 9.3 but not give the same thing even close for Breath of the Wild, that's what
8.5
gets
is
me.
pretty close.
You okay?
got a good
I'm
point
gonna
there.
backtrack to what you had said about what was it? There has to
that'd
be
be-
there's those certain special games that
I
that
felt it
anything
in
9
Spider-Man.
or over, you feel they're special games. Spider-Man 2 is very, aside from the slinging physics and some of the fighting physics, isn't a completely different game from Spider-Man,
I've
Marvel
never played
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2.
It's pretty good.
It
is pretty good. It's like it was way ahead of its time for the was it PS2 or PS3?
PS2.
I think Spider-Man 3 was one of the first games on PS3. But for Spider-Man 2, yeah, it's a really good game. I would probably give it anywhere between like an 8.5 to a 9, but like for Breath of the Wild to get an 8.5 in comparison to Spider-Man as a 9.3.
I do have to point something out to you. There's this thing in game design that people have been doing forever, and it's called playing their game and going, how does this feel? Now, swinging around in Spider-Man 2, you're like, man, that's as close as it can possibly look at the time to swinging around as actual Spider-Man. But guess what? It felt you were like a flying potato
In 2?
while carrying a Kia. Like,
yeah, you got just a ragdoll. Well, not a ragdoll, like a static
Like-
doll on your fucking shoulder.
Like-
Let's be real,
It
guys.
was-
The original PlayStation and N64 Spider-Man physics, top notch.
Dude, I
if
played
we're gonna
that
go
demo-
there, you might as well go
like-
Spider-Man for the N6. I mean, not Superman for the
But, like,
N64.
I played the demo disc for Spider-Man so many fucking
That's not even
Oh,
a
yeah.
comparison. What are you
I
talking
played a ton of Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2, but it's about how it feels. The fact that every time you jump off a building, the music swells just right.
You know what makes me feel?
What?
Ever since I played Breath of the Wild, I really want to climb everything on every other game.
Since I played Spider-Man, I want to play for 9 hours with the photo mode on every other game.
That's
but
what
I
my brother
can't
did.
fucking do that because every other game's like, yeah, our games look kind of nice. Spider-Man, on every single suit, you can see individual fibers.
Well, that's actually one of
Web shooters
my
built
biggest
in.
critiques of the Spider-Man game. Probably the biggest critique
Is
of the
that
Spider-Man
it
game
looks good?
is that it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Yep, I can understand that.
Now, I mean, because I would have gotten it on PC instead, because obviously I have the graphics card to make it look much better than the PlayStation can.
Yeah. What makes me laugh is Insomniac's last outing as a game company was an Xbox One exclusive, and now their next outing was a PlayStation exclusive. Just saying though, if you haven't played Sunset Overdrive, you're doing yourself a disservice.
That's I saw the trailer for Sunset Overdrive like whenever Xbox One had started getting there. I was like, it's gonna be the same thing as whenever the Switch came out. That's the only game I'm gonna buy it for. Sunset Overdrive.
Like, if y'all haven't played it, it's on Steam now. The PC release is a little wonky, but you still get the idea of what it is. And Sunset Overdrive is probably the only game on my list right now that is a must play for Xbox. Don't get me wrong, Xbox has a lot of great games, but Sunset Overdrive is the only one that, for me, gets that top tier. Like, if you don't fucking play this, you might as well go get chlamydia.
That's like Bayonetta S tier.
Yeah.
Should I tell my?
I want to rewind back to Spider-Man.
Okay.
Two things. Like, I want to hear Jacob's glitch story, and the second one, like, expanding off of Matt's swing. Well,
You swing?
Was that a pun or was that intentional?
yes.
Well, I was also gonna ask what everybody's
Not
favorite
like
suit
not
was,
only
but
can
yeah.
you get a running start off a building and just kind of project yourself.
Like a small Hulk jump.
Yeah, but like you can do like full combos in
R.I.P.
the
Mark
air.
Ruffalo.
You can like
Air tricks.
start running. You can like mini jump off of buildings and continue a full
Wall
swing right after that.
runs.
In the harder difficulties, it's really important to never be hit by enemies.
Like
Yeah.
you can like run and do pretty much any like combo you want and still have like a fluid motion in the air and you feel like a fucking god swinging.
Yeah, even if
Cosmic
you,
Spider-Man.
even if you're not good at the game, like even like I've
I'll play the game just to
my
swing.
my best
I'm a
friend
swinger.
is one of my best friends is Dylan. Y'all know this, but one thing I will say about Dylan is he's really shitty at every video game ever. Like
You should
that's
just be a
just a fact.
disappointment of a human being.
and he can play that game for like an hour and just be like, I feel like God. And yeah, I can make him look like he's a piece of shit, but you feel it in your bones like, I am Superman. I'm kicking ass. I'm a badass motherfucker. Like, it gets you.
I really feel like there needs to be a Superman game. Like, you remember the Superman movie whenever he just went, like, he snapped? Because all the villains were doing, like, really fucked up shit.
The animated one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, whenever he collapsed the dude's lungs with an air tunnel.
Yep.
He sent the dude into space at Mach 6. Like, killed, like, all four of them, like, brutally as fuck. They need to have a Superman game with something like that. Or, like, just have a Bizarro game.
But yeah, I want Jacob's glitch.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Okay, I guess.
All right. So, at the part, let's see. I think it's the first time you get to play as Miles in the game. You're working your way towards the feast place, the feast building.
Yeah.
And you have to sneak past all this other stuff. Once you finally like get past that final like wall, there's like a little cutscene where he talks on the phone with his mom before he gets to the feast building. And when that happened, like when he jumped over the wall and the scene started, literally everyone in the area while I was on the phone, and I have footage of this by the way still, I could show people. It's like everyone there is just like models like that they kind of like that they would use for like testing, and it was just like all like everyone was literally just like moving around little like men made of like denim pants.
Yeah, they were just denim dolls, just kind of like floating and moving around the area, like in just patterns. Like you could tell, like this wasn't like a polished spot, but it flipped me the fuck out when I saw it the first time because only Miles is in like his realistic CGI.
No,
Like,
no,
he's
no,
the
that's
only
not true.
character that looks
There's
proper.
like these two guys playing basketball or something, and they're fine, but everyone else is like everyone like in the streets. It's just like denim.
Yeah, and it's weird because like they're not like shaped like people, but they are shaped like people, but they're shaped like people made in a 64 game. Like the polygons on them were like extremely
kinda
harsh.
like,
You know what that reminds me of?
Kind of like
You know what Mario wears?
Yeah.
Denim, denim, denim.
well, no, what I was going to say is, so what you're describing is any audience member,
In a wrestling game?
no, in like any sports game before the year of 2000.
Yes. Yes. They
Or-
were that, but no human texture.
No,
just all
no,
gene.
because I feel like those are just like Those don't have like a 3D model to
Those
them.
were
Hey,
literally
My Hero
pictures of
Academia,
human
best
beings.
genius.
Huh?
My Hero
Thrown into a
Academia,
game.
best
Best
genius.
genius. Yep.
I have never seen that show.
Wow, but it was so surreal. But I think the
It's like my
reason behind
nightmare
it,
is
like I
coming
think why
true.
it happened, was because Jacob didn't have internet at his house at the time, and he played and downloaded the game.
Yeah, it
the
was
day
before
of.
any updates.
Like no day one patch. He didn't have access to any of that, so he got pretty far into the game without like any bug fixes. So I'm assuming that's why it happened.
Your
but, oh
friendly
my-
neighborhood spider in him.
It was freaky as hell. Like it was just like he walked into like this weird apocalypse world where everybody was turning to jeans.
So I got a question. For me, this is important because I find that it differs.
It's a question I've
Between
been asking
everyone?
myself recently.
Yeah, it is.
Am I gay?
What's your favorite suit?
The one that you get for completing the Black Cat quest.
All right.
That's
And
my favorite
you?
suit.
See, as a huge Spider-Man fan, I don't.
I swear to God, if you say Raimi suit,
I don't.
Yeah, if you say Raimi suit, I will butt fuck
I
you.
I genuinely
It would
have
make
like
Batman
a hard
love.
time picking a favorite. Just for the sake of a throwback, I'll say the Scarlet Spider.
It is nice.
mm.
I love you.
Do you know who the Scarlet
That's
Spider
literally
really is?
exactly what I was gonna say. The one with the blue hoodie.
Yeah.
Do you know who the Scarlet
Fucking love
Spider
that
really
shit.
is?
Well, he's like not.
Not Peter.
He's
He's
like,
essentially the clone of Peter Parker.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I think I learned
what's your
that in
favorite
the
suit?
'94 cartoon.
The hold on. There's the classic suit and the original suit. Not Raimi's suit or like Homecoming.
Yeah. Fuck
the
Raimi.
the one where you get from the backpack, like the wrestling suit whenever he's going
Yeah.
up against.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
When he's trying to make money using his powers.
When he's
Macho
going up against Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah.
And there's the other like first Spider-Man suit aside from the Scarlet Spider, where it's
You mean the
just
one
him
from-
wearing just not the one with the hoodie and the goggles, but it's just one.
Oh.
I want to say it's the one just with the hoodie, unless I'm mistaking it with the one that I'm the bad one.
See, I also really like the one where he's just in his boxers. 'Cause I just find that funny.
Yeah.
Just like, hello, ladies. I'm here to save you from a mugging. No, my favorite's still Scarlet
Infinity
Spider.
War
every day.
suit was pretty great. Like, have you ever just like looked at it at
The
night
Spectral
with the,
Spider or the-
Yeah, I
the
have,
glowy eyes
and
and everything?
I
It's
don't
pretty
like
cool.
it.
You don't like it?
Really?
No, I was so glad when they were like, "Hey, you know the real Iron Spider suit? We're gonna put that in the game." And I was like, "Thank fucking Christ!" Because the new Iron Spider. Don't get me wrong, I loved Infinity War. I loved the reveal of the fucking legs. It made me squeal like a little girl in the movie theater. You can ask Dylan for proof because he fucking recorded that shit. And it's literally me in the theater going, "Ah!" Like I was excited. But overall, looking at the whole suit, I think it's buttfuck ugly. Like I prefer the comic accurate
I
one.
like the deeper red and blues with the hint of gold.
I don't know. I like the
I like it was
more
like a
the
copperish
bright
gold.
red with the gold, like from the comics. I love it.
To me, even like, I didn't necessarily like most of the general looks of the classic Iron Spiders, like even from Mach 1 to the most recent one. And even through revamping in the game, I still don't like any of the Iron Spider ones. I like the Spectral Spider suit where it has the claws coming out the back. Basically the new age Iron
Well,
Spider.
yeah. That I'm talking about the old school Iron Spider that
Yeah.
that where they first introduced having the legs,
Mhm.
the red and gold.
Mhm.
It's
I also
beautiful.
genuinely like the White Spider. It's just a good suit.
yeah. That's just.
I
And
think
then,
my
yeah,
favorite
you can't
homage
not
one,
love that suit.
my favorite homage suit as like a reference to the classic Spider-Mans would probably be the 3D animation spider suit where it's like it has the black on the middle of it and no matter what angle you're coming from it still has the black with an outer shade of red. It's the Neil Patrick Harris 3D horrible
Yeah.
Spider-Man, but I still like how it looks.
You mean the shell
Cell shaded one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
one. I can never pronounce that word. Yeah, that one always looks good, and like I love photo mode so much.
The only thing they could have put in as a suit that would have been like hilarious and also great, it would have been like a literal like PlayStation 2 resolution like suit from one of the old games.
Basically like what they did with Super Mario Odyssey with the original Super Mario.
Like essentially they were like, hey, you know how everybody's been begging for a Raimi suit and we really don't want to give you a Raimi suit? Here's the Raimi suit from Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 2. Not up-res because go fuck yourself.
I was legitimately pissed off at the Spider-Man fan community.
Oh yeah,
whenever
me
they
too.
were bitching about not having the Raimi suit, and then after they get it, they're still bitching about it.
Yeah, no, and now they're not even bitching about that one. They're like, okay, cool. Now that we got the Raimi suit, and you officially said you're not making any more suits for the game.
Where's the black suit?
Where's the black suit? Bitch, I don't care who you are. Yeah, I get it. They revolutionized fucking superhero movies. The Sam Raimi movies are the cringiest bullshit ever created on this planet. The worst fucking movies. Like, literally,
That was a good movie.
one of my teachers in school went on a fucking 45-minute rant because he was on the set of that movie, and he told Sam Raimi it was going to be garbage, and he literally said, I don't care. Like, come on, motherfucker.
That's some Michael Bay shit right there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna add a couple explosions. It'll solve itself.
Shake it.
And then when we finally get the Amazing Spider-Man, the Spider-Man that everybody was supposed to get, and they cast a dude who literally is a comic book fanboy to the extreme. He openly tells him, yeah, you're making a really bad Peter Parker, and you're making a really bad Spider-Man. And they said, hey, Andrew Garfield, you're fucking fired. We don't care. Like, come on.
I thought they fired him because he had like he clashed with like some of the like people.
Yeah,
involved.
because of the fact that he knows the source material, and he was like, people are mad that this Spider-Man's a douche. Let's not be douchey. And they were like, no, we're gonna be douchey. That's essentially like boil it down to its finest point.
Actually,
that's what it is.
Man, we don't have too much time left. We actually don't have any time left. But I'm gonna say this. This was my perspective of the three live action Spider-Man actors in recent history. Toby was too much of a Peter.
Yep.
Andrew was too much of a Spider-Man.
Yep.
And I actually think Tom does the best job.
Yeah, Tom Holland's fucking great.
I would agree with that.
I think he's amazing.
But he's also the youngest of the three.
And
Yeah,
ironically,
he has
he's
the
the only
portrayal.
one. He's the only one not in an origin film.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I think he's a fantastic Spider-Man. I really
But
do.
guys,
He's
let's
fucking
not
amazing.
forget about Aunt May.
Bruh,
Yeah,
that's
that big
Aunt
like
May
the
keeps getting younger and younger, and by God, she keeps getting hotter and hotter.
What is the deal with young Aunt May? Like,
I don't know.
I think
Next thing-
as Peter gets
Look.
younger, Aunt May gets younger.
Look,
and
next thing
Robbie
you know, they're
Downey
gonna-
Jr. flirts with her.
They're gonna reincarnate Uncle
Look,
Ben next time.
I'm just saying, if Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man can get with Aunt May and give him like a brother, I think that'd be pretty badass.
You were a cousin, but have you seen
Yeah, whatever.
the trailer for the new Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
I have not
teaser
yet.
trailer
I've
just
been
came out.
I've been withholding.
According to current speculation, it takes place in a version of the universe where the snap didn't happen because in Endgame they're supposed to reverse the snap ever happening.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Like, no, not
That-
bring everybody back. Literally go back in time and
Yeah,
be like,
That's what they did in
the
the
snap didn't
comic
happen.
version of the Infinity Gauntlet. Or
in
well,
one of them.
in the original Infinity Gauntlet, it went between reverting time and just bringing everybody back. But
Yeah.
whenever they brought him back, that's whenever they're trying to take out each gym individually.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
but I'm really excited for it.
I'm in the
Mysterio
comic
looks
universe.
great, and
Oh, come on! Why you gotta say it? I didn't even know.
Wait, what did he say?
yeah. Well,
What did he
guess
say?
what?
What?
We're on the podcast. You're getting shit spoiled.
Wait,
gonna talk.
what did I miss?
I hadn't seen the, like I said, I've been withholding from
the trailer?
What,
Yeah.
the Endgame trailer or
All
the
you-
Spider-Man trailer?
the Spider-Man.
All
yeah.
you needed, like, literally.
Wait, did you tell him who's in it?
Yes.
You monster.
What?
I wanted him to see that on
Trashy
his own.
human being.
Well, he said he's not even gonna watch trailers.
I didn't say that. I said
Yeah, you
I
wanna
haven't
watch that
seen it.
trailer.
I'm teasing myself.
Well, it's
See, now
It's
it's not
just-
hard anymore.
look, it's just Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio.
Just all
Oh
fluff.
no, it's Jake Gyllenhaal.
You motherfucker! You did it again!
But no, whenever you watch it, I still think you're gonna be very pleasantly surprised because how they deal with his like illusionary magics and shit.
I'm
looks
actually glad they're using Mysterio.
really awesome. Oh yeah, I'm very glad they're
now that
using
you say it,
Mysterio.
though.
I'm glad it's another bad guy besides Goblin.
I feel
Yeah,
like they were
thank
gonna do that
God.
anyway, though.
Though I really, really enjoyed their rendition of Vulture. Like,
Vulture
the
was
need to
first
skip
movie
forward
and
the
to
whatnot.
actor.
Yeah, Michael Keaton. Like
I
he's-
was genuinely nervous when Peter was in that car on the way to the
Oh
prom.
yeah,
I was
I
like, oh,
felt
shit.
so fucking uncomfortable watching that scene. I was like, he's dead. He's dead. They're gonna kill Spider-Man right now. Why would they do this?
But I
so
mean, with the
soon?
gun, like really,
Yeah, of course.
he was gonna kill Spider-Man
Like,
with a gun.
Michael Keaton was
I'm gonna
so
murder a
believable in
teenage
that
boy
moment.
in the backseat of my car.
Deadpool killed him with a gun.
Look, even if Michael Keaton sat down in a car with me, looked at me, and said, "Hey, I'm about to threaten you. Don't worry, I'm just acting. Cameras are rolling. Everything's
But he's
fine.
just a person
You're perfectly
without
safe."
his thing.
Like,
Without his life-saving
Yeah.
cancer.
That's not what I'm
But, like-
talking about.
like even if Michael Keaton sat down in the car, explained to me that I was safe, everything was good, this was just acting, it's all fake. If he started threatening me like that, I'd seriously be like, "Yeah, I'm about to die." Oh God.
Like, you
Because
know it's
he's
a scripted environment.
He's
and you're just
that good. Michael Keaton is just that fucking good that when he's like,
I
when
liked
Michael-
him in the McDonald's
when he
movie.
turns, when
Wasn't
he
Michael
turns,
Keaton a Batman?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
once he turns back and he just
one of the greatest
he makes
Batman.
eye contact with Peter, like his acting takes over, and you're just like, yeah, he's gonna kill him. Yeah,
You know-
it's gonna happen.
You know what they need to make?
What?
Origin story of Mr. Freeze starred with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Bring it
that
back.
universe back.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Oh, the nipples.
Today's
Oh.
weather forecast: a freeze.
Yes.
I think it's about time. We're already like 6 minutes over.
Sweet.
But before we like officially wrap it up, just want to do a little channel update because we typically do this at the end of the podcast.
I'm still short.
Yeah,
Still, just a little update.
It's like I grew like an inch, maybe.
That's a little update.
Yeah.
An inch out.
But yeah, this is our second podcast post return, and hopefully we're gonna keep this recurring trend. We keep doing the podcast. I'm excited for the next one.
I'm pretty trendy.
But we are releasing new content. In fact, from recording this today, you're not gonna get this till Tuesday, but the previous Friday, we released a collab with Packed House's Eric. We're finishing some sessions that we fucking recorded like before the hiatus.
Wait, I think it's time to bring it back. Maybe we got to start over.
Oh God!
Oh,
I didn't like that one. I didn't like that take.
All right,
What
hold
time?
on.
What
All
time
right,
is it?
all right, all
We're
right,
gonna
all right,
have to
every-
end this at about 8.
All right, everybody, be quiet. Let me roll this over. Let me.
That's my background.
Guys.
What? He had a cat on his background. I love cats.
Guys. Shh.
Guys.
Mick Foley, Sacco.
Welcome to the Hey We're Friends podcast, episode 43,
It's January 17th.
2019. Channel update. So we have some new content coming out. We're also working on some experimental new content for the future, starring our lovely Matt. And me and Jacob have some other side projects that we're not going to talk about, but be aware of them.
Spanky's feeling
They
generally
exist.
bi-curious.
Well, I've been that way since I was 16. So
Me and
It's
him.
been a very personal adventure.
Just to end
Really?
this.
So we could have been fucking this whole time. Motherfucker.
oh, you did turn down
When
my
did
advances.
Danzig join us?
Huh?
Whoa.
What did you say?
When did Danzig join us?
Who's that?
Oh, come on! You uncultured swine!
For context, Matt fucked with his hair and now his bangs are in front of his eyes.
Oh,
Looks like Danzig.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh man.
that was fun.
Yeah. I want to thank our guest, Matt and Taran, Stuff and Things, reoccurring guest on the Spank and Jake channel. They're not going away, except Taran. He leaves.
I'm gonna be home scared into a corner by my daughter.
That makes sense.
She'll take your job eventually.
So,
Probably.
Taran, I wanted to thank you especially for making time because I know you're probably the busiest, working a job and being a dad. So,
And stressing out.
yeah.
Being told no constantly.
We love you.
With my baby turning around, giving me an evil glare. What the fuck?
We love you, and we want to see more of you.
Oh.
So,
You have to pay for it.
Hopefully this is the last podcast you're on.
What?
I
It
said
sounded
said-
like,
yeah, it
it
sounded
sounded
like you said-
hopefully
Yeah.
it is.
Hopefully
No.
it is
Yeah,
the last.
I
That's
said
exact-
this isn't.
Oh, we all thought you said, we hope this is the
You
last
gotta
podcast.
post
you're
edit
on."
that. Just hopefully this is
no.
not.
If nobody, if I
No.
happen to go missing, consort Spank, Jake, and Matt Taylor first for a hitman.
Wow, I love how the only person you give the
Hit
last
baby.
name of is me.
Well, you are new Hitler. You're the prime suspect.
But he's been new Hitler for a while, so is he just Hitler now?
old new Hitler. Neutral Hitler.
But yeah,
Bye,
if
everybody.
you actually
Time
if you
sensitive
play
Hitler.
that moment back, you'll hear that I said isn't. So fuck you guys.
He just
So
just
awesome.
whispered it under his breath as he leaned away from the mic.
I want to thank everybody for listening to tonight's podcast. Unfortunately, it's pre-recorded still, but we'll get back on the groove and hopefully we'll be able to do this live. If you're watching this as I upload it, I'm going to set it to premiere. So when it does go live, you'll be able to hang out with me in the chat because that's a new YouTube feature. And we're going to try that shit out. But until next time, we'll see you later. So bye, guys.
Bye.
Fidoodly.